Well, look who decided to show up. You went out to get a pack of smokes and you decided to come back here and listen to this. Everything is traumatic. What, you gonna try and catch up with me now after you've been gone for 20 years in my life? You gonna try and catch up and see what this episode is about? I will fucking tell you what this episode's about. It's about Jeff's top 10 list of things of that can get us blackmailed, blackballed. We're giving you guys information to use against us. This is like if Robert Kennedy Jr. was fucking president. He would let out all the shit about Area 51, him and the brainworm as vice president. So tune in, turn on, turn off, take it in, take it out. Get in your safe spaces, grab your security blanket, and put in your fucking gratitude ball gag and get ready to listen to episode number 56 of Everything is Traumatic.
Hi, I'm Jeff, and I'm a therapist.
And I'm Tyler, and I'm a patient.
We're going to talk about trauma, healing, and everything. Everything is traumatic.
Okay, so let me get this straight. This is this is the things. This is Jeff's top 10 things that will get us unable to run for office.
I'm not sure if it's top 10, but my first one is, those St. Jude's kids with cancer ads?
Yes.
So if cancer's so bad, just don't get it. Right?
Right. No, I mean, I've been saying that for years.
Just don't get cancer.
It seems like a lot of people, and they say everything will give you cancer, so it's like, don't take it.
Yeah, and there's no way they're not charging those kids something, if you know what I mean.
Wait, no, I don't.
They're getting the money out of them somehow.
They get some child labor out of these cancer kids.
Out of that.
So, okay.
And I mean, pick some kids that aren't so like homey looking,
Yeah.
The bald look is not good on a kid.
What do you mean?
Let's get some kids with hair on them, and they're not like talking funny or like wobbling down the hallway.
I mean, as much money as they are making, could they not have a budget for wigs?
Or get actors, good-looking actors.
Good-looking kid actors. You can even put. You can put in the lower third right there. You can have it say, "Not a real cancer patient."
Yeah, cancer patients are disgusting looking and hard to watch. So we're going to show you kids that are normal and not freaks.
Right. Okay, so that's the first thing. That's the first thing.
Was that just one?
That was the first one. Yeah, don't get cancer.
All right, man. All right. Okay, so all these people complaining about being poor, don't be poor. Make some money.
Okay. Jeff, here's
people, they're like, hey, I got no money. I can't pay for rent. It's like, that's a choice, man. You could just go make money, right?
See, Jeff, see, I can't stand by with that. I feel like I'm part of the underdog working class. I can't stand by the just stop being poor.
But that's your choice, right? I mean, you're choosing to be in the middle, and because you could just with a change in your brain,
right.
You just be like, I'm not going to be poor anymore, man. I'm not going to be working class. I'm going to be insanely wealthy.
Yeah, if they just pulled themselves up by the bootstraps and
pull themselves up by their bootstraps, which they don't have because they choose not to wear shoes.
Because they're poor. See how it's a choice. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and the third one is,
okay,
if you're dealing with depression, stop being depressed, man. It's not that hard. Stop.
I'm getting a vibe of like these all kind of like stem from the same.
It's the same thing, right?
It's all like a choice.
Well, how about this one? This one's a little different.
Okay, 4.
You don't have a home? Get a home.
Oh. Well, that would fall under being poor, right? If you didn't have a home.
No, I mean it's obviously different.
Okay. Well,
I think that
it all
people
sounds
that
like
don't have houses just aren't comfortable with living in comfort with like air conditioning and roofs over their head. They just like the nature. So just go get a house. They're out there. They're all over the place.
There's more houses than people. I don't know if that's a
There
real
are more
fact.
houses than people. I actually read that. There are more houses. There are more empty houses than there are people that don't have houses.
We thought everyone would get at least 2 or 3 houses. That's why we overbuilt them.
Yeah. Well, listen to this.
Okay, 5.
Most of the people that are in houses are easy to kill. Just get them out of the house. They're fat. They're over. You know, the middle class is sort of angry and lethargic. You just kill them.
Mm-hmm.
Then you own their house. It's the law.
Yeah, because possession is 9/10.
Yes,
right? Or exactly. Something like that.
I'm not even sure murder is illegal in America anymore.
I mean, yes and no. I want to say yes and no. Like, you know.
I haven't checked, but it seems like that's an old school kind of thing.
There's a fine, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, Matthew Broderick got away with it.
He killed, how many people did he kill?
Well, it was just the two. It's the two older. I think it was an older couple or 2 old ladies in the car accident.
Sure a couple of people died watching Brighton Beach Memoirs. You know?
Yeah. No, I mean, well, I'm just talking directly. Not that seems a little more indirect.
He just ran over somebody, man. He just literally just totally killed them.
I mean, so would you? And I'm just throwing this example out. Would you say that Jack Kerouac, by proxy, killed John Lennon? No. That's like adjacent. That's like indirectly he might have because he wrote Catcher in the Rye, and Mark David.
You mean Salinger?
Oh, Salinger. That's who. I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Whatever. I'm leaving it in. I don't know books. I've been trying to read more.
It's all right. I mean, I don't read. I've never read anything. I'm pretty sure. I mean, there is a copy of J.D. Salinger's book in almost every murder, assassination attempt. J.D. Salinger's book is somewhere adjacent to that. I think that's a fact.
Yeah, he was responsible for a lot of indirect murders, I feel like.
Yeah. And I think it's just because the book's so bad. You just read it and you're just like, I have to kill somebody famous because this book really sucks, man.
It was emo for like our great grandfathers, you know, like
it's really dated. I mean, they make us read it now, and it's just like it's really dated. Like it just doesn't really, like something like 1984 is timeless.
Yeah.
It doesn't really fit in a time or place, or even like what's the one, Lord of the Flies?
Oh,
Lord of the Flies is pretty timeless, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Salinger's a great writer, but that book just, I mean, everybody was like how raunchy it is and how obscene it is and how it just didn't ever really do anything for me. It didn't. I can't even remember much about it besides he called people phonies all the time.
That's the thing, is like it was very like moody and angsty, and it's like very much like it almost feels like he's doing like a satire of being a kid or being a teenager almost.
And then like he refuses to like write more books, and he's like, I don't want to talk to anybody. It's like I'm gonna be a writer and get famous, but then I'm not gonna write anymore. What's that about, man?
Well, I mean, you already wrote, like, he knows how many hits he has. He has one. That's like, I mean, why?
I mean, he wrote some short stories.
Yeah, because they were short.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I mean, a whole other book. Come on, he knows he couldn't do a whole other book.
I mean, like, what's her name? That lady that wrote the whatchamacallit, the Mockingbird book. That was her only book, I'm pretty sure. I think she wrote
she knew
a
how many
sequel,
hits?
but I mean, I've not read that book, but I've seen the flashcards, and it looked like it had something to say.
What's the sequel to Kill a Mockingbird? What is that called?
I forget what it is called, but I think it was sort of she was older and people wanted to milk the legacy and she was not in her right mind and they convinced her to either write this book or release. I think it might actually have been written before Mockingbird and then she didn't think it was good enough and so she just shelved it and then somebody convinced her to release it and they like marketed the hell out of it and like basically made money off of an old woman.
I mean, when you think you have another hit, maybe sometimes you got to put it out there, you know? I mean,
and that's the thing about old people. If you don't want to be old, don't get old.
Number 5. This is the true number 5. Okay, number 5.
Yeah.
So
don't get old.
So to backtrack, or not backtrack, but to recap, I want to make sure. So number 1 is stop being poor.
Number 1 was don't get cancer.
Don't get cancer.
If you're a kid. And then if you do get cancer, don't market to us by showing us people that have cancer. It's like those dog ads. I'd rather see a dog like on his hind legs walking or something. I'll donate to that, but I don't want to see the sad dog out in the yard. I'll just turn that off. Show me the happy dog. And I'll pay you $5, and then you can use that to save the dogs. But I don't want to see the hurting dog.
So my question is so you want to see happy dogs?
Yeah.
But the narration is going, well, now these dogs all have puppy cancer and are dogtistic.
No. I want them to say, look at this really happy dog. We're going to show you lots of happy dogs and like squirrels on roller skates and stuff. And you give us money and then we'll help dogs that need help. We all know. But I don't need to see the sad dogs, right?
No. You do. You absolutely do. If you do not know the urgency of what conditions these dogs are in, like if you're seeing like the happiest dog just running around chasing a ball and they're like, we need money to save dogs. It's like, well, that dog's doing fine.
But I turn the ads off. The sad dog, I can't watch it.
Well, yeah, because it's guilting you into
I never give money to those things.
I know, because like really it doesn't work. Like it kind of works. I think it works more on like very, I don't know, sensitive people maybe. But I
wonder if they're actually helping the dogs. I mean, like I give stuff to like Young Williams because I like them a lot. They're great, and like we'll donate stuff to them or stuff. You can give food to them or whatever because I know what they're doing. I've been in their place and I've adopted from them, so I'm like they're doing great work. That's how you take care of animals. I don't want to. I mean, you're sending it to the place and they're like taking. Like they're having to pay for these ads, right? So I'm just paying for more ads.
Yeah. So really, you're not helping the dogs. You're just paying for ads to keep ads. Like what a weird symbiotic ad relationship they have going on there. That's
sort of crazy that like. So the animal people are usually pretty good. I used to give to World Wildlife League, and they did a lot of like stuff for extinct animals and stuff.
Wait, what the fuck are they doing for extinct animals? They're dead.
Well, animals that are about to go.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
And what I say about that is, if you didn't want to go extinct, then don't be so delicious.
Number 6. Okay, so again, yes, we gotta kind of milk this, Jeff. We need this to be the whole episode, so I want to recap.
We would stretch it out.
Yeah. I mean, it's really the only thing we got going right now here is your top 10 or your 10 list of things that will prevent us from running for office. So number 1.
I mean, I feel number 1 was don't get cancer if you don't like it.
Don't get cancer if you don't like it. So there is a nice like if you want it, you can have it, but otherwise,
if you want to, otherwise you just don't get it. Is I think, and then especially with kids, we don't want to see kids with cancer. I mean, seeing adults with cancer is bad enough. Let's just, if you're gonna have like, do like kids that are actors doing like fun stuff that we can watch,
Right.
and then we'll give money to that.
Okay.
If that's what you want.
So
then we were doing like, don't be homeless, right?
No, it was number 2 was don't be poor. Don't be poor.
Right. I mean, make a call.
Make a
you
call.
You can either have money or not have money. It's all up here in your noggin.
Yeah. I mean, if you work hard enough, you will make money.
I mean, it's not even about work. It's really about the mindset.
It's about the mindset. It's about getting, yeah.
Because if you're like, let's say you're lying in a pool of your own feces outside, it's raining, it's cold, you haven't had anything to eat, but you tell yourself, I'm really happy, then you're rich. You're rich inside.
Right. Yes, if you just tell yourself you're happy, you are 100% rich inside. Yes.
And it's a lot easier if you have schizophrenia, which a lot of people on the street choose to have.
Is this number 7?
This could be number 7. Yeah. Don't be psychotic. Just don't do it.
Choose. Don't you have a choice?
Don't choose to be you. You know, just when the voices start, you just say no. Okay. Just say no. So it's always worked for us. It's worked for America in a lot of different ways. Mm-hmm. Just say no.
Just say no. Yeah. Man, it's good enough for the Reagans. It's good enough for America, right?
Exactly, and that solved the drug problem.
Mm-hmm. It really.
That's another thing. If you're addicted or you have you use alcohol or drugs to the point where it gets in the way, stop. Just don't use them. Right?
Is that number 8?
I don't know where we are.
Well,
I think I've dug a deep hole here.
No. Well, Jeff, it's interesting because I wanna make sure we're not mincing words here. I don't want to confuse.
We don't want to confuse our listeners.
I don't want to confuse our listeners here, but like we are giving them a prime top 10 list of things that they can use to blackmail us when we try to run for office.
When we try to run for office, yes.
So if that happens, it's up to you, the listener, to bring this back up a few years later.
Yeah.
So we can lose our position in the office. I don't know. I didn't know we had plans to, but I'm fine with it. This is fine.
Running for office is traumatic, apparently.
Yes, so that's why we're kind of self-sabotaging us now. We're just getting we're getting the voters to see what they think. These are kind of our policies. We're on a you have a choice policy.
Yes.
So the first one is don't get cancer.
Don't get cancer. Don't be poor.
Don't be poor.
Don't be homeless.
Don't be homeless.
We want happy dogs, not sad dogs.
No. Fuck, now I'm losing them. Oh, man, this is bad. Yeah, this is bad. What was number 4?
Was it about dogs?
No. Dogs were fine. Fuck, we lost it.
I know there was something about dogs in there.
We don't even remember.
Okay, so don't be homeless. Don't be poor. Don't be depressed was in there.
Don't be depressed was 4. Don't be depressed. You have a choice. You choose to be happy. Happiness is a choice.
That's right.
I know that sounds
about dogs.
I know was that in sounds there. Sarcastic, but I feel like, in a way, happiness is kind of a choice, right?
There's a little bit of truth to that one, but you can't totally just make yourself
happy. Absolutely.
Happy, especially if you've got situations and stuff going on or brain chemistry stuff. So, I mean, I think there is something about positivity and changing the way you think, like maybe getting rid of your negative self-talk that could help you feel better. Mm-hmm. But depression is not something you can just throw away, except in this poll, it is.
Except in this instance where it in fact
is this one choice. Instance where I'm trying to throw away my career.
So 4 was depression. So 5 was
that dogs? We don't like dogs.
No. We love dogs, Jeff.
We love right. We don't like seeing unhappy dogs.
We want happier dog commercials.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. I don't know how that fits in, but.
Well, because it just bumps you out.
Yeah.
And number 6 was.
Was that about don't be schizophrenic?
Don't be psychotic. Don't be schizophrenic.
Oh, don't be. Did we do unhoused?
Yes, that was the don't be homeless. Like, isn't
okay?
That,
yeah.
That's number.
I think we're using unhoused now for that.
Oh, okay.
And don't have a use disorder.
Yes, don't have a use.
If you're on heroin and you just say no, you won't have any side effects. That's my understanding.
Right.
If you've been on heroin for a long time and you're like jonesing for it, and you just tell yourself no, I won't want this anymore, you don't even have the side effects coming off of it.
Mm-hmm. No,
I think that's how that works.
Yeah, no, 100%. And I would hate for anyone to kind of tell us otherwise. I would hate that. I would hate if someone wrote us in at our email at everythingistraumatic@gmail.com. I'd hate if they wrote us in and told us that we were wrong for that. I would really hate that.
I almost wrote an email this week.
Oh, to who?
To us.
You're gonna write us an email?
Yeah, I was just gonna see. I mean, it's just like maybe a community. I don't think I've ever written you an email.
I don't think so. I mean, I wonder how a Jeff email goes.
I'll write you an email. I'll write an email this week.
You're gonna write us an email? That would be swell.
I'm gonna write an email to read next week. Also, if you're overweight or underweight, stop.
Oh, number 9.
Yeah. Be it the perfect way.
Be it the perfect way. There's
like a thing for your weight. It's like it'll tell you your minimal weight or whatever it's supposed to be. Best weight. It's on the internet. Just be that weight.
Just be. Wait. I am so sorry. Yeah. I think you fucking lost me. What are you weighing yourself on the internet?
No, there's like a thing that'll say like if you're 5'10" and like 43, this is what your weight should be. And it gives you a number. Yes. You just gotta. It's all mental. Doesn't matter what the scale says. It matters what your brain says.
Do you think that's kind of the core of what this list is before you reveal what number 10 is, Jeff? Do you think that's like the core is like it's really all mental? Like all these ailments and things, these like all of them are mental problems? Like, is that what you're kind of getting at?
I think they're just all choices.
Okay.
I mean, like where we're born and who we're born to, total choice.
That's true. I mean, if you don't remember what it's like to not be born, then you didn't remember the fucking menu screen. I chose to be in the predicament I'm in.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, I've been working on this a couple of these today. The others are off the cuff. I was out with some friends earlier, and they have a teenage daughter, and I was telling her stuff like, if you don't want cancer, just don't have it. And of course, she just glares at me. So
that's where this top 10 list really came from, is from you.
It sort of came from that. I was just trying to be obnoxious. Mm-hmm. But I think I've got something here.
No, yeah. I'm excited to hear what number 10 is. I mean, we're almost there at the end of it. I know.
What did we just talk about? Don't be overweight or underweight?
Weight is a choice.
Yeah.
So, do we need to recap? Because I feel like I have a loose concept of what they actually are again.
Okay, so we got cancer.
Cancer's number 1.
Poverty.
Unhoused.
Dogs.
Hold on.
Happy
you
dogs
keep going back to the fucking dogs, Jeff. And I'm telling you, number 4 is depression, mental health in general.
Yes. Yeah,
we
depression
talked about
is a choice.
Dogs for a little bit. We want happier dog
Was that not one of the numbers?
I think it is, but it's not number 4. It's our halfway point.
4 is depression. 4 is depression. 5 is dogs?
5 is dogs.
I think 6 is like...
Don't be crazy, which really, I think we're cheating because that could be considered number 4.
No, depression and schizophrenia are 2 different things.
But doesn't it fall under the mental health umbrella?
It would fall under, but they're 2 different types of disorder.
Okay, but
you could choose to have both.
But Coke and water are 2 different liquids, but they're still a liquid.
Well, that's what you say. What isn't one of them? Isn't one of them in liters and one of them in ounces?
Oh, maybe.
Like, don't we do like? I mean, like Cokes in liters or ounces.
Something. Okay.
What's in pints? Is that milk? Milk is pints.
Yeah, milk is pints.
It's weird though, because like we get a gallon of milk, but we get a 2 liter of soda, right?
Well, because
so that ain't normal.
Well, we don't use soda as much as we use milk, right? You know. Like,
but why is milk in liters and soda in ounces? And no, milk is in gallons, quarts, or pints, or half gallons. But soda's in ounces and liters.
I mean, right.
I think that has something to do with the Olympics.
You got any? Is the Olympics, is that on the list or is that number 10?
No, I don't know. I mean, so like then we were talking about drug and alcohol use disorders.
That's number 7.
Okay, just don't do it.
Just don't do it.
It's been clear. I mean, we've not had a drug problem ever since Nancy Reagan was in office.
Yeah, so I mean, that one's a little moot, but we just want to remind...
We want to remind people that we used to have drug and alcohol use problems until people just stopped.
So then that...
And it's not like the pharmaceutical companies keep making more like addictive stuff for us to take and then don't tell you about it until everybody's addicted, right?
No,
that's not happening.
Not at all.
You can trust your pharmaceutical company. That's what I say.
So what was?
So we're just at 7. I thought we were up to like 9.
Yeah,
we had like drugs.
8? What was number?
8?
Yeah,
don't be overweight.
8
or underweight.
Yeah. So then, what was number 9?
I don't know if we had a number 9 yet.
Well, can I toss my hat in for number 9?
Yeah, please. Yeah. I've done too much.
No more M. Night Shyamalan movies.
Well, I don't know if we can make that happen.
I mean, he keeps wasting our fucking time.
You know, he's making these movies on his own money, so he's not even in the studio system. And they just keep coming out, and they all have a twist in them, but we all know they're going to have a twist in them. Because that's what he does.
He starts out so strong. He starts out so neat, and you're like, okay, this could go somewhere. And then he's like, okay.
It's going great.
This is great. How do you end it? And he's like,
we'll just flip it. We'll just do something crazy that you didn't expect.
Well, that doesn't really resolve everything, does it? And he's like, sure it does. Life's a twist.
Supposed to shock you. Yeah, he's got what, like 3 good movies, maybe?
Yeah, exactly. So that's my number 9. If we said
no to him, if we just said no, it's possible that there would be no more movies. And then we'd say no with our vote, which is our movie dollar.
Yeah, but
I think that's a good one. That might be the best one yet.
We keep giving them fucking money. You're right, Jeff. We keep watching them, so we keep,
And he put his house up for his comeback movie, The Visit, and people went and saw it, and then he started making money again.
Yeah, he can continuously waste our time, is what me and Sandy said. We watched Knock at the Cabin. And he just continuously wastes our fucking time.
It's a good start though, right? So he's got like 3/4 of a movie there.
Yes, it just fucking end it in a good way, like fucking A.
I think he changed the book ending. It's based on a book.
Is it? Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah. And so the book, I think, ends with the idea that none of this shit, or doesn't explain whether there really was something happening or not. So you have to figure that out. I think the movie makes it seem like, yes, they were that they had to die. Somebody had to die, or whatever.
To me, it really came across as, oh, M. Night Shyamalan just doesn't like gay people. It was
and
very weird.
Was there somebody that saw dead people in it?
Well, so
was the cast actually dead, and then you didn't know that till the end?
Well, so
when they just like open the door and they're all skeletons.
Spoiler alert for you guys. If you haven't seen Knock at the Cabin, I'm gonna go ahead and fucking spoil it because that movie has spoiled us. It ends with like,
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, so I mean, you know the setup of like these people show up, but Dave Bautista and his fucking friends,
right?
And one of them's Ron Weasley for some reason.
Yeah. Now who that man? I hate Kenny. He's not going to be on our list, but he has no right to be in anything.
He doesn't. No,
man. He's the worst. He's worse than J.K. Rowling, man. J.K. Rowling is better than him. He's just it's that redhead thing, man. You can't trust him.
Oh, are you okay? Well, let me spoil the ending, and we'll get to number 10 on your list here.
Let's spoil a couple of movies here because that'll piss people off.
Oh no! If you don't want a movie spoiled, then don't exist.
That's right. No, we should spoil all the movies on this and not tell people we're going to spoil the movies. Just like start shouting them out.
You start shouting out movie spoilers.
Rosebud was his sled.
Oh,
Rosebud was the sled, man.
I don't know if that was like a big twist.
You know, that was spoiled for me by Charlie Brown. There was a Charlie Brown cartoon that spoiled that for me.
Where he became a fucking tycoon and had like really passive aggressive conversations with his wife. I remember that one.
In the cartoon, Peanuts cartoon?
Yeah. Charlie Brown, it was a very waspy conversation, and like Charlie Brown will be like, the fucking potatoes are slightly undercooked, Lucille, and Lucille will be like,
are you
Charlie Brown, your dick doesn't work. You don't remember? No?
You don't fuck me like you used to, Charlie Brown.
You're
hanging around. That's why I'm hanging around with Peppermint Patty.
You don't fuck me like you used to, Charlie Brown.
That's the new movie. Oh, man. That would be the J.D. Salinger version of Charlie Brown.
Oh, good.
And then all of them commit suicide at the end.
Yeah. All right.
You know, what kind of monster is Snoopy anyway, right?
I love Snoopy.
I do too, but he's a monster.
He could potentially be a war criminal because, I mean, you know, the Red Baron.
He did shoot down those planes.
Yeah, let's not negate that fact. Snoopy's Cool Joe and all, but Cool Joe also could be a genocider. Like,
you know, there's a whole sequence that I think it's on film of just Snoopy just eating human femur bones. He's just eating them. I don't know if you recall that, but there's just one thing where he's just eating bones. He's just like putting them down. He's not even chewing them. He's just like deep throating them, and he eats like 20 of them. It's like these are not like dog bones. These are human bones that he's obviously eating.
Yeah. I do remember that one. Wasn't that one? It's the Great Island of Dr. Moreau, Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
Where they
it's inside Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment, Charlie Brown.
Inside Jeffrey Dahmer's apartment, Charlie Brown. So, let's fucking wrap this goddamn blanket up, Charlie Brown. What's number 10?
Is this gonna go to air, man? Is this gonna go?
Yeah,
absolutely. We're gonna do it.
Absolutely.
Oh man. Okay, so let's
the ultimate fuck around.
Did we have 9?
We have 9.
Oh yeah. Shyamalan. He's a monster.
Shyamalan.
Yeah. I mean, if there were no more Shyamalan movies, I think that we wouldn't be in this situation we're in the United States.
Yeah. It's the Great Recession, Charlie Brown. I'm sorry. I want to kick with it. I can't. It's terrible.
Yeah. And I mean, well, see, number 10. We've hit almost everybody.
We haven't hit ourselves.
Oh man, yeah. Well, we're obviously the self-loathing. I think you and I have for. I love you and you love me. I think you love me,
I
but my
love you.
self-loathing that I have for myself is just worse than any of these things I'm talking about.
Yeah, yeah.
I
It's
mean,
very
the
much.
depth of my loathing for myself is really, really, really bad. That's why I hate so much.
Yeah, and I think number 10 should kind of be
Podcasts.
step out of your own way sometimes.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know, it's kind of easy for us to. It's easy to self sabotage. It's easy to dedicate an entire episode to some phony baloney top 10 list of ways we could get blackmailed and not, be able to run for office. But sometimes you
yeah.
just kind of question what the fuck you're doing, and you do.
Do we have to? Do we need to label this as satire just so we don't get sued?
No,
Or are
I
we
think
protected, man?
no, we're fine. We're fine. We're fine.
We're
People,
protected, right, by the Supreme Court.
we're
There's somebody. There's a group of men and women you can always
trust.
depend on to do the right thing.
Exactly.
There's no. This is one group of non-elected officials who have immense power, who cannot be removed from their job for lifetime appointments, that all have their hearts in the right place. There's no taint, and I mean taint, of any kind of anything not good coming from the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
They are trustworthy. That should be our anti things that we don't hate. I mean, the Supreme Court obviously has its shit together.
Yeah, they really do. They've been killing it. Are you kidding me?
They have been killing it.
They've been killing it.
That's one way to put it. They've been killing it.
They have been.
And by that we mean freedom and the Constitution.
Exactly.
They have been killing it.
They have been killing it. Jeff,
and it's all of them, man. I don't know what to say about it. It's all freaking of them. There are 9 of them.
It's all 10 of them. All 11 of them.
There's 9 of them.
Okay.
And then I think there's a dog. I think there's a dog that's there for animal issues or whatever.
Yeah, he can take away the
animals
reproductive right of bitches. That's what the dog's
I heard they're going to make all animals give birth to 47 puppies or kittens. Man, they're going to force reproduction because we don't have an overabundance of animals in the world.
No.
Isn't it weird? This will be another way they totally get us blackballed. Isn't it weird that we're just everybody's on board with the spaying and neutering of animals because we have too many, and that means some of them are going to be starved or suffer? But we're not all on board with the whole idea of humans being able to choose their reproductive rights.
Right.
But we're just we'll line up $50 a shot, and they'll just neuter your baby, or free even. They'll have a van with it. Yeah. Everybody's on board.
Yep.
Nobody is against it at all.
You know what, Jeff? That kind of reminds me.
Yeah.
Speaking of neutering, we got an email.
Nice. And it wasn't from me.
It wasn't from you. You haven't written us in yet. It's from Vin. It's from Vin Win.
Wow, he's back. Speaking of somebody that is a wild libertarian ideologist.
Yeah, he's and I hope you don't get offended when I say this, Vin, but you're kind of like the herpes of everything is traumatic. You just kind of pop in every once in a while.
You won't go away. Every now and then you'll sprout up. Mm-hmm. You're incurable. You're a little bit irritating.
But we love you all the same.
But you won't kill us, but we know we'll never get rid of it.
Yeah, we're bonded for life, Ben.
We are bonded for life, all right.
So, dearest Jeff and Tyler, I have finally returned home to Scottsburg. I was welcomed with open arms that were holding a broom as I was given my old job back. The family grocery store tried to replace me with my cousin Leo, but he ended up getting fired for emptying all the Little Debbie Swiss rolls and filling the boxes with his old gym socks before restocking the shelves. He was caught selling the individual dual wrapped rolls, which aren't labeled for individual resale, to old people at the senior center. I about said the center. You can't
Center
make
Center?
this the center. You can't make this stuff up. No, you can't. It will be good to get back into the old routines again. Work, Tuesday night bunko, Thursday trampoline club, and Saturday morning fishmongering. Oh, and the routine of emailing everything is traumatic at gmail.com as my weekly therapy session. Did I ever tell you about the time I got lost as a small child at a flea market?
Did he really say that?
He really said that last part. Yeah. Dramatically yours, Vin Win.
So he's basically talking about he got molested.
Do you think so?
Because if you get lost at a flea market, you're going to either get molested or join the circus.
Well, Vin, I would like to hear about you getting lost as a small child at the flea market. I would love to have Vin just on the podcast in general.
I wonder if we could have him on the podcast.
I wonder if we can get him. Vin, if you're listening, I think we're ready to bridge the gap. And, I think the listeners, yourself included, want to hear what Vin really has to say about him getting lost at the flea market. Because I love flea markets. I mean, that could be a whole episode. I love flea markets. Flea markets are great. Jeff thinks it's all just junk, but that's okay.
I enjoy it. It's just so much of. Let's do an episode actually on flea markets, because I think we could turn that into some therapeutic stuff. I hate, and you could edit this out if you want to. I hate when people that are making jokes or satire explain that they're making jokes or satire. But in this world, people don't understand. But this is totally satire, except for the cancer thing.
Right. Very, very adamant about that first thing. Everything else was bullshit. Yeah.
Everything else is bullshit. And humor, we've talked about it before. Humor, sometimes you just got to blow off some steam, be ridiculous. Laugh. Tyler and I laugh a lot together. We cry a lot together. But sometimes you just got to blow off some steam.
Yeah, sometimes.
And Tyler's been very generous in just letting me go with this.
No, yeah, sometimes you got to have some funny episodes. Sometimes there is such a thing as too much therapy.
Humor is the best medicine. Yeah, laughter is the best medicine. That's what Reader's Digest taught me.
Yeah. Exactly.
So do you know the Reader's Digest?
Yeah. I'm familiar. We've talked about Reader's Digest, Jeff.
It used to have a thing, and if this is repetitive, you're going to get edited out. Where you would be like, when I was growing up, it'd be like if you sent them a joke and they published it, they'd send you like $20, which is, when I was a kid, that was a lot of money. And so I would think about how many jokes I could write them and get money, but I never got around to send them jokes.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't know.
But they had a page called Laughter is the Best Medicine.
Oh, that's cool. I like that.
It was a very wholesome publication. Very wholesome.
Yeah. But Jeff,
I usually read it when I was taking a dump.
Yeah, obviously. That's where I'd read Uncle John's Bathroom Reader and shit
Yeah, or Hustler.
Playboy. Easy Rider was the first.
Easy Rider. That was a soft entryway into hardcore.
It really was.
Or the Tattoo magazine. You'd flip through Easy Rider. You got lots of guys on motorcycles, and you've got some woman with their top off, and you're like, oh, okay.
Zip.
I feeling something funny inside. Yep. Actually, the precursor to that was the Sears catalog underwear section.
Oh yeah.
But we'll have to go into that another time. That might be a little older than you.
Yeah, it is.
But that was the original way you saw women in their underwear was the Sears catalog. Catalogs were a big deal in the day.
I am too young for Sears catalogs, but old enough for Easy Rider. So that's
okay.
That's where we're at.
That should be on a bumper sticker.
Yeah. Oh, guys, if you're still around, thanks for listening. This has reached its logical conclusion. Everyone here and everything is traumatic is saying, go fuck yourselves. We love you.
We do love you. And take care of yourself. Please don't listen to take anything seriously that we said except for the cancer thing again.
Yeah, again, so. that's our only hard stance in this.
It's your own fault.
It's your
own
fault.
Cancer. Obviously.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Jeff.
And as always, cancer is a choice.